What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be taking on the Black Dragon Kalameet. Now before we start, there is an item that you're going to want to pick up, so I'm just going to show you that right away. Just follow the path that I take on screen. I've gone ahead and cleared out all the enemies just for simplicity's sake, so that we can go ahead and grab this really quickly. Oh, it's actually right here. Okay, so when you come out of this little balcony here, there'll be one enemy sitting there. Go through this doorway, immediately take a left, and you want to get onto this floor here. Now, it looks like you have to jump to it, but if you jump, you'll actually hit your head on there and fall all the way down. So just go ahead and roll. You'll kind of land on the railing a little bit. And what we need is in this chest here, but it is a mimic, so go ahead and kill it. There we go. We're going to get the crest key. Now you can go ahead and just go back to the Ulasil Township bonfire where we started. So from the Ulasil Township bonfire to get to Kalameet, you just need to go ahead and backtrack through the Artorias boss arena. And once you get out of it into the Royal Wood, you can just go ahead and go straight and right to the left of this lantern here. There'll be a corpse with an item on it, of course, if you have not grabbed it yet. Go ahead and just keep moving forward down into this little valley here. There's going to be a few dogs up ahead, so go ahead and take them out. A little early there. Last one. And here we go. Now, after you actually start or activate this boss encounter, I should say, this is where the boss fog will be, right in this wooden gateway. And the encounter, well, there he is, will happen down here in the bottom of this valley. So what you need to do is go all the way down the ladder to the very bottom. And a lot of people think that you actually have to try to fight Kalameet, but that's not true. Once you get down here, you can actually climb right back up. All you actually need to do is see Kalameet, and since we saw him fly by, that's gonna work. So from this point, just go ahead and backtrack to Artorias' arena once more. So from his arena, you want to go back towards the bonfire. Before you get out there, immediately take a left and go up these stairs here. And you will need the crest key to open this door. That's why we grabbed it earlier. And go ahead and climb the ladder. This is Hawkeye Gough. Now, you can fight and kill him if you wish to do so. He's blind, sort of. He actually just has like this resin covering his helmet, so he thinks he's blind. But if you have the Slumbering Dragon Crest Ring that makes your footsteps silent, he will actually kind of just swing wildly and miss you with every attack. So that's if you want to fight him, but he's not hostile, he's not an enemy. He's actually the fourth Knight of Gwyn that you encounter in this game. The first being Ornstein, assuming that you are just playing through in, I guess, a normal order. Then Artorias, then after you kill Artorias, Sieran comes to mourn him, and finally Hawkeye Gough.
A visitor, have we? must be the one who freed Artorias. That old friend he was. Thanks to thee, he left this world with honor intact. And here I am, retired and blind. Of little help to thee, I'm afraid.
So you can go ahead and just talk to him again.
Dragons shall never be forgotten. We knights fought valiantly, but for every one of them, we lost 80 of our own. Exhilaration, pride, hatred, rage. The dragons teased out our dearest emotions. Thou will understand one day. At our twilight, old thoughts return in great waves of nostalgia.
And again.
There's very little to be said. What good is a dog with no hairs to hunt? But I'm lucky to be alive, I suppose.
So go ahead and save and quit the game if you just came from Kalameet like I did. And once you return, talk to him again.
Tomorrow, Black Dragon posing me duress?
Yes.
Yes, I thought as much. He's called Kalameet. Ferocious dragon indeed. Even mighty Analonda dared not provoke his ire. I see little good coming from this, but thy intent is to persevere to the bitter end.
Yes.
Good, good. What is bravery without a dash of recklessness? I've taken a liking to thee, and I owe thee much for thy service to Artorias. Now, watch, and see how Gough hunts dragons. Yes, a truer shot was never loosed. That bat will be grounded for a good spell. The rest is in thine hands. I await good tidings. Ah, dragon slaying, knighthood's highest calling.
So there you have it. Knocks Kalameet out of the sky so that we can actually fight him. This way he won't be actually like flying around. He'll be on the ground for the most part at least, and we'll actually have a fair shot at dealing with him. So at this point, if you remember how I just showed you earlier in the video, you can just go ahead and return to the valley where we saw Kalameet in the first place, and let's get this show on the road. Alright, so here we go. We are at the boss fog. As I mentioned earlier, once you activate the boss fight, this fog will appear. Now, a couple of things before we start. This is a dragon, and it does have a tail, which you can cut off, although it is quite difficult. It doesn't have a crazy amount of health. I was able to cut it off in 2 overhead swings with my greatsword, just like that. That was enough to do it. And yeah, so that's not the difficult part. The tough part is that the dragon does not really let you get behind it hardly at all. The best way to cut off the tail is to try to bait its flying dive attack. Try to get it to land right like in line with you, so you're directly underneath its tail, and then it has a chance to do a tail slam. Tail slam is somewhat common when you're behind it, but it's really, really hard to get behind it just because it's so big. It requires a lot of running, and by the time you are like halfway done running behind it, it probably has turned around already and will just try to bite you. So I have a clip of me cutting off the tail. I will play it at the end of the boss fight, but other than that, let's just hop right into it. Now, unfortunately, there's no cheese with this fight. There's no crazy gimmicks. I've seen people do these crazy runs where they just have every item in the game that buffs damage, and they'll do like a crazy one-shot plunging attack off of this cliff. It's so difficult to do and takes so much luck to actually pull off, so that I'm just not gonna even try it. So we're just gonna do it the old-fashioned way. I'm gonna show you how to counter his attacks. Now, if there was an easy way, it is just having a 100% physical resistance shield. Anything that he does that is not fire, you can block with a 100% shield. You will want some decent stability, but other than that, like, it actually kind of turned this fight into a joke. So we fly straight up, run as far away as possible, huge flaming AoE, and try to stay kind of close to him. Stay close, but not underneath him, okay? If you're underneath him, he's far more likely to do that flying fire blast attack that I just showed you. That right there is actually a grab attack. You'll kind of float up in the air, and he'll put a debuff on you that makes you take more damage. Right there you saw where he leaps forward. You can kind of see him like wind it up a little bit, but when he lands, he'll do like a 180 turn and do like a right to left dragon breath attack. If you're far away from him, he will do that, where he just kind of leaps at you really quick and swipes with his claws. Pretty dangerous, honestly. Right here is honestly the best opening for attacks. That and his other like side to side fire breath attack. Now there I messed up. You want to roll into his attacks, alright? When he does that bite, roll into the direction that the bite is coming from. So there he bit from the right, I believe, and I rolled left. That attack there can actually hit you twice if you're in the worst location. He can hit you with his tail and with his face, so be careful of that. Honestly, like, all of his most dangerous attacks, in my opinion, happen when you're kind of far away from him. So right there is what I would say is the other best opportunity for attack, that right to left fire breath. This one, I would say just take the opportunity to heal, since it's so easy to dodge. You can go either left or right. So that was kind of tough. I was in a bad spot, and he twists when he does that attack, so that's why I got hit by it. There you see I'm rolling into his attack both times. First left, and he decided not to go right this time, but same rule would apply. It's going to breathe fire straight down again. I'm going to run away, take a chance to heal. Left, right. I went so far left that the right one honestly probably wouldn't have hit me, but no problem. Now when he does a little stomp like that, he'll do opposite corners. So if he does front right leg, he'll also do back left leg next, okay? And vice versa. That one, just roll away. It's kind of hard to see coming, but if you do see it coming, not so bad to dodge. There's a jump, he's going to turn around and breathe fire, as I said earlier. Lots of ranged, do not get caught looking at that. There's his dive. Now right there, as I said before we entered the boss fight, that if he lands in the right spot, he will sometimes do a tail slam after that. That's your best opportunity to cut off the tail. And again, like I said, I have a clip of me doing that, so just wait till the end of the boss fight to see that. I think that by his chest or to his side are really the two best places to be in this boss fight. Safest places, you could say. That was not good. I wish I'd put some humanity on my hotbar, or at least brought more than 5 Estus, because this boss fight just got real high stakes. Full heal. You can't run to the side of that, by the way. Do the tail slam. Nope, he's gonna turn right around. Leave a like for that quick inventory management. Or don't. Up to you. You saw there, I didn't roll backwards because I was too close to him, so instead I rolled into the attack to minimize the hitbox. Tail slam. Wow, he's so rude. I'm gonna try to get him back into the center of the arena a little bit. That's unfortunate. Honestly, right there, I'm dodging a little bit too early, and the hitbox is just kind of, it's just so big. Try to lock onto him, it moved my camera to the front, and that's what I was talking about. Be careful when you're trying to lock on this fight. Alright, I don't have time to get to his side there, so I'm just going to roll away. You can roll straight through that fire if you have perfect timing. Much easier to do the closer you are to him because the cone of the fire is a lot narrower. Grab some damage right there. And he's going to fly up again. Gonna use another one of these just to be safe. Okay, there's the tail slam. Right here, 2 swings should do it. I missed the second one, unfortunately, but as you can see there, kind of rare that those things line up, so that's what I'm talking about when I say that it is difficult to get an opportunity to attack his tail. One more hit, and that's the fight, guys. So, I apologize that there's just really not much I can say to help you with this other than bring a shield, a good one. As with anything else I recommend a shield with, any great shield will work just fine. But a crest shield, silver, black knight shield, or a balder shield +5, all will work just fine. Plenty of stability there. His his fire breath, by the way, actually does mostly magic damage. So if you are going to try to block that, I don't think there's any possible way that you can actually block 100% of that damage. If you have a shield with good magic defense and you cast a like magic great shield or something, I can't remember what the exact spell is called, it will block most of it, a lot of it. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, the cleansing great shield that you can actually get in this DLC, only 80% physical, so not the best thing in the world, but very high stability and really good magic resistance as well. On top of that, Kalameet is highly resistant to lightning, to fire, to magic, so buffing your weapon might give you a little bit of extra damage, but you're pretty much relying on physical damage for the most part. But that's going to do it, guys. Coming up next, we've got the final boss of this DLC, the Manus one, and I'm happy to say there is actually a cheese for that boss fight. All right, I can hook you up with that easy kill, just like I did in the beginning of this series. It kind of got away from me, right? Like I was not planning on doing all these boss guides. not planning on it whatsoever. I was going to do a few of them, just the ones that are super like easy to cheese. You can do like crazy like insta kills or whatever. But then some of you guys decided that these were helpful, and I was like, alright, well, I'll just do a guide for all of them, because I've played this game for so long that I know a good bit about most of the bosses. So, not sure why I went on that tangent, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.